grateful to have Mr. Achal Negi, Director of Business Development FlytBase. Please give a big hand for him.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here. Thank you for coming. My name is Achal. I am the Director of Business Development at FlytBase. I've been working in drones for the last 10 years, and this is the first time I'm visiting Thailand and seeing everybody here excited about drones. So thank you for coming again. So as Nitin shared, he spoke about a lot of the platform and how we can use platform to build different applications. Let me take you a deeper dive into what FlytBase platform is, what it offers, how you can use it with your applications, be it security, survey mapping, and so on. So let's get started and learn more. So FlytBase brings three core things, right? It brings enterprise integrations, it brings the flight safety, because of course you're not going to have a pilot on the ground, right? You're going to have fly 200 kilometers away, these docking stations, as well as, of course, you have critical data that you're capturing, right? It could be police officials using it. It could be departments who are looking at sensitive areas, border patrols, and so on. So these are the three things that FlytBase brings on the table, and let's take a deeper dive into each of them. So the number one is enterprise integration, and that is where we introduce the concept of links. Links are short for FlytBase links. So you can connect any third-party application, your BIM software, your computer-aided dispatch systems, alarms on your side, your own software for mapping, everything could be connected with links using the FlytBase platform. So let's take a look at what kind of integrations that you can do with links. So number one is alarms. So be it, can you go back? So be it alarms, which are alarms like fire alarms, motion sensor, dispatch systems, and so on. Data processing systems, which are like AI-based processing system. You can detect people, detect animals. You can do wildlife monitoring using FlytBase and have detections of AI using the AI. You can live stream the video to a third-party software like Genetec, Milestone, or any other video management solution. You can have mission and logging. You can have detect and avoid, so it can detect other drones in the sky or the aircrafts, and you can have safer flights, as well as you can integrate FlytBase with a UTM. So how to build enterprise workflow? Let's take a look at few use cases. So number one is security operations, right? A lot of people would be looking to deploy this for automated security. You can have 24/7 security around the clock, right? And you would have typically these kind of requirements where as a customer or as a system integrator, your customer would tell, hey, I have a big site. I'm looking to automate the entire security with this, right? It's very hard to deploy people, right? Because it's a big site and very difficult to cover. I want to integrate motion sensors. I have my own system. I want my security guards or security personnel to see all the live video feed from the CCTV cameras, also from the drone cameras. I want AI to detect people and vehicle. I want a PDF report, like a report submitted after every mission, as well as I also want a parachute, because if something happens, the drone should land precisely without falling on anything else. So FlytBase provides different options and integrations using links. So with alarm links, you can integrate motion sensors, audio detection sensor, gunshot detection, computer-aided dispatch systems, yard man system, distributed acoustic sensors, and so on. So FlytBase would hear these sensors and could send the drone to that location. You can integrate things like this, like a motion sensor, perimeter fence system, perimeter CCTV systems, and so on. So let's take a look at this quick video. So in this video, you can see that this is the FlytBase dashboard. The user is configuring the entire mission, where you can choose the drone. You can schedule the mission on the calendar, like how you schedule your meetings. You can now tell the drone that, OK, at 10 o'clock, please do the entire mission. Or 2 a.m. in the night, please do the security surveillance of my site using this. So you can entirely monitor that using the FlytBase dashboard. You can completely maintain your hardware remotely, and you can configure everything like this. Now, once you have an alarm, you'll see the alarm coming in. You can see the alarm is coming in, and you can see where it is coming from. Okay, it's coming from middle of this. Some sensor has detected an intruder there, right? So now what we do, you can directly send the drone to that location, or you can automate that whenever the alarm comes, I want drone to be there so I can see the live video feed. So you will see that the drone and dock is sitting over there, and you have a checklist that everything is safe, you have the permissions to fly, and you can quickly deploy the drone under 15 seconds, and you will see the drone happening. Now, be it DJI Dock 1, DJI Dock 2, all docking stations are supported in FlytBase. So you'll see the drone taking off, you'll see all the telemetry coming here, you have the live video feed from the drone, and drone would go to that particular location in a while. We'll also see more demos today in the later half of the session. But this is how you can integrate the alarm fling, and you can see that the drone is going to that particular location right now, responding to that alarm, and you're getting the live video feed. You, of course, have options to change to the thermal camera if you're flying in the night, and so far. Similarly, if you have your security team and they want to look at the live video feed of the drone, you will have like 50 people who are sitting in the security center. You can use live streaming flings to live stream that video to a third-party software. You can also conduct AI detection with this and have entire operations being done where you are detecting person or traffic. Would you be able to play this video? It's not, okay, no problem. So you can generate PDF reports like this, where you would be able to get the reports. You can also integrate parachute for safe operations. So in case you're flying over people, lot of countries require you to have parachute on the drone so it can land safely. So we have integrations with several partners around the globe who can provide you the hardware to integrate parachutes on the drone. And this is how it looks, where you can deploy the parachute, you can configure it from the entire FlytBase dashboard. FlytBase also provides dynamic path planning. So if you have, say, no-fly zones, right? If you have areas where the drone cannot send, drone will automatically navigate those areas and reach to that particular location, right? So even if the pilot does not know how to fly, the pilot can tap on a particular area and drone will automatically avoid. Now, it could be a big crane on a construction site, or it could be any areas where you are not allowed to fly a drone. All of that is possible. Or it could be entire city where you cannot maybe have permissions to fly over government buildings. You can have those no-fly zones, and drone would not go over there and automatically avoid that complete area. Now let's look at another use case really quick, which is survey and mapping. How many of you have used drones for survey and mapping? That has been the most of the use cases, right? We have been using DJI drones from Phantom 3, Phantom 4, and have done multiple things. And now with the new drone, this is survey grade, right? As we learned about the hardware today, you can do entire survey and mapping. So say you have a requirement on a construction site where you want to have a digital twin or a 3D model every day at 2 p.m. You want to check how your site is moving ahead and what's the progress. You can use this FlytBase as well as integrate it with the third-party software. So let's take a look at this quick video where we are using FlytBase and integrating it with Drone Deploy to create a 3D map. So what you will see here is we are creating the entire mapping mission. So you can create a survey grid. This is the building that we are doing survey for. You can draw the entire mission. You can set all your settings from the FlytBase dashboard. It could be configured with the spacing that you want, the kind of resolution you want for a 2D or a 3D model. All of those things could be done inside FlytBase. So you can name it that you're doing this. You can tag it. You can create multiple missions. And once it is created, you can choose the right docking station and the drone where you want to deploy it. And you'll see the drone will get on, you're getting the live video feed, and you can deploy the drone to that particular location. It will fly the entire path, and you'll see the live video feed coming in. So you can see the live video feed, and it would start capturing from that point. So it's clicking images on every point. You can see different things on the roof and how it is flying. And once it is done, it comes back and land. Now, if you're using, say, just an application, you would have just images. But what to do with these images, right? How can you have an analysis report or a 2D 3D model? That is where you can use Flings to integrate third-party applications like Drone Deploy and many more, like Pix4D and so on. And it will transfer all those images to that software, and you can open that software to get the entire 3D model or a 2D model of that. So you'll see that the mission that we flew, we are able to create the entire 3D model of that space. So you know what is the area like, what are the defects, what is happening in that area, or you can do photogrammetry or planning on a construction site, that how much my site has been developed so far. Similarly, you can integrate UTM, you can have all the things which are required for system integrator and open different use cases, right? So be it asset inspection, fire monitoring, disaster management, you can use all the tools inside FlytBase to create these kind of applications. Let's take a quick look at the two other things, right, which are flight safety and data security. So we already spoke about the dynamic path planning, but FlytBase also provides several fail-safes, no-fly zone management, as well as geofence. So the drone, no-fly zone is drone would not enter it. Geofence is drone would not go out of it. So suppose you're doing a security of this campus, this building, you can create a geofence and drone would not go out of that area and always remain in the geofence. We also have integrations with BVLOS enablement partners. So as you're flying, you would of course need all the compliance and you want it to be safe. So we have different integrations with systems which can detect other airplanes, other aircrafts, helicopters, and notify you that, hey, there is another plane flying and you should wait for that plane to pass so you can fly and you have all the regulations and compliance. We already have received permission with our partners in 10+ countries, and this is because we provide that bouquet or multiple things where you can choose the right components and create those kind of solutions. You can also generate data logs and reports, so you can get a PDF version like this for all your reports. Let's talk about data security, very important for government customers and enterprises who want to safeguard their data. So FlytBase secures your data end-to-end. It provides you end-to-end encryption. It provides you an operation access for role-based control. It has all the network security protocols built in. Plus, we have used third-party services for the vulnerability and penetration test. So people have given the entire certificates to FlytBase that it's safe to operate and secures your data. We already have certifications like ISO 27001, SOC 2 Type 2, and GDPR, which are required for enterprise applications. Apart from using the cloud solution, if you are looking to deploy FlytBase on your premise, on your server, that solution is also available with us, and we can help you deploy that on your servers. Plus, if you are in an area where you have no internet, and you're operating there with a very limited internet or no internet, and you're sitting on the same site, you can deploy FlytBase on a private server and operate it without internet or an intranet or a local network. Like we have police departments across the globe who have deployed FlytBase on their private network because they do not want to use public network for all the data security concern, as well as making sure those operations are safe. So these are the different options that FlytBase provides where you can use apart from the cloud. We all offer you an entire dashboard where you can monitor which are the data security events which are blocked. You can block using the different firewalls. You have the deny list, you have the allow list, and the entire analysis available for your data security. And all of that, you can get started for free. So FlytBase 0 is available at a $0. You can, if you have DJI dock, you can get started free and later upgrade to enterprise if you have those requirements. So FlytBase 0 can make you hero with all the docking station operations, right? Thank you so much for listening to me, and it was great presenting the entire FlytBase to the audience. Thank you so much.
Much appreciated to Mr. Achal Negi.